In this video, we are going to learn how tax is calculated on the gain arising from the security market. Before that, I just want to make it clear that this video is solely made for the educational purpose, and please ensure that investment in the security market is always subject to market risk. So always ensure that you are going to read all the documents very carefully, and never lose your hard earned money. Always consult the financial advisor and do plenty of research before investing. Always respect the law and regulatory bodies guidelines. So taxation on equity or debt instrument. Let us start. What is equity investment? Whatever investment that you are making in a share is also known as equity investment. And if you are investing in mutual fund which is having exposure in equity as per the defined by the SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India, then that is also come as the equity investment. Now, types of taxes. Any gain which arises from the equity will comes in the form of short-term capital gain or long-term capital gain. Now let us see how short-term capital gain and long-term capital gain taxation will be applicable. Now if you are investing in India, then it will be a equity based capital gain tax, and if you are investing in abroad, it will be debt based treatment. Although both are invested in the shares or equity, but since you are not investing in our country, so it will be treated as a debt based taxation. Now, when long term and short term capital gain tax is applicable on the debt fund, so if a person after purchasing the equity is holding more than 3 years, then it will be long term, and if it is a less than 3 year holding, then it is a short term. We will see through the example later. Applicable on the equity funds. So short term will be there if holding is less than 1 year, and long term will be there if holding is more than 1 year. So if you are purchasing today and holding for more than a year, then it is the long term capital gain. If you are purchasing today and keeping less than 1 year, then it is a short term. Now how much tax will be applicable in equity fund? Now in case of equity for short term, that means holding less than 1 year, it will be 15%, and if it is a long term, that means holding more than 1 year, then it will be a 10%. But if your gain or income is up to 1 lakh in a financial year, no tax. We will see it later through example. Applicable of tax in debt fund. So in debt fund, as per the prevailing slab, short term, that means ki less than 3 years short term capital gain, and that will be applicable as per the applicable tax slab. That means 5% currently, 20% currently tax slab, and 30% currently tax slab. And if it is a more than 3 years, then long term capital gain, and this will be 20% with indexation. Indexation is nothing but it is a price adjusted return considering the inflation. Tax on SIP mode. Tax treatment on SIP mode will be the first in first out. Say suppose 1/1/2020 you have invested and you got that 100 units, and in 1/2/2020 you have invested and you got that 93 units. Here we are talking about SIP mode, that is you are doing the mutual fund investment. So if you are selling on 1/5/2020, then you suppose 100 unit you have sold. So this 100 unit will come from here first in first out. So what will happen, since this holding 1/5/2020 and 1/1/2013 is nearly around 4 months and it is less than 1 year, so short term capital gain tax will be applicable. Short term capital gain tax will be applicable and you have to pay according to the applicability, that is 15%. Short term capital gain tax we have to pay in case of equity. So this how this concept work. We will see through example later on. Now here are some of the example. Mr. X has invested 1 lakh rupees on the 1st January 2020 in India and withdraw 1/3/2021, received and 1,20,000, then capital gain tax. Simply first we have to decide which is a holding period. What is the holding period? More than 1 year. Is it a equity? Yes, it is equity. So holding period is more than 1 year and equity. So that means long term capital gain tax will be applicable. Now for more than 1 year long term capital gain tax will be, as we already know, 10%, provided if gain is more than 1 lakh, then only tax is applicable. Now in the current scenario, gain is 1,20,000 minus 1 lakh, so 20,000. Since 20,000 is less than 1 lakh, so zero tax, as it is not crossed the 1 lakh limit in a financial year, so zero tax will be applicable. So in this way, this is how the long term capital gain tax will be treated. Now let us see another example. If Mr. X has invested 1 lakh rupees in 1/1/2020 in equity fund in India and withdraw on 1/11/2020 and received a total gain of itna, calculate the capital gain tax. Here again the equity is there, but since selling or holding is less than 1 year, so short term capital gain tax will be applicable. Now how the short term capital gain tax will be calculated? First we have to calculate the gain. Gain is 1,20,000 minus 1 lakh, that is 20,000. Now for short term capital gain, in case of equity, it will be charged at the rate of 15%. That means if 20,000 into 15%, that is 3,000 tax will be there. Now let us see another example. If 1 lakh is invested on 1st January 2020 in US and withdraw in 1st March 2021, so and receive a total of itna, calculate the capital gain. Here first we have to see whether it is short term or long term. Holding is 1 point nearly around 2 months, 1.2 years. So 1 year 2 months we can say. So this is less than 3 years as per short term capital gain. In case of debt fund, so here the short term capital gain tax will be applicable, as it is in the US market, so it will be treated like a debt fund. In case of debt fund, any investment less than 3 years will be treated as short term capital gain, and for short term capital gain, applicable tax slab. So in this case 20,000 is the gain, as 1 lakh minus 1,20,000 minus 1 lakh is the gain. This is the gain. Now say suppose tax slab is at the rate of 30%. So at the rate of 30% we have to calculate. So at the rate of 30% into 20,000, that is 6,000 tax will be there. Now suppose the same example, if the investment is made in the US, then here again we see that holding is less than 3 years because it is a debt fund, because you are investing in the US market. So all international investment will be treated as a debt fund. So less than 3 years, short term capital gain tax will be applicable. Now here the gain is 1,20,000 minus 1 lakh, that is 20,000. So tax, say suppose you are at the rate of 20% slab. So 20,000 into 20%, that means 4,000 rupees tax. Now let us do a recap what we have learned. So capital gain, if you are investing in the security market, is subject for the taxation, and the capital gain can be in the two form, whether you are gaining from the investment in mutual fund through SIP mode or by purchasing the share. In both ways, short term and long term capital gain will be applicable, whether it is share or mutual fund. Now short term will be applicable for debt fund, and here the debt fund can be a ultra short duration fund, gilt fund, and if it is a debt fund, then selling in the less than 3 year, it will be treated as short term capital gain. Applicable tax slab will be the as per whatever your the current income tax slab will be there. That means 5%, 20% or 30%. And any investment in the international equity will be always subject for short term capital gain tax because it is categorized in debt fund. Now long term is any holding or selling after 3 years will be subject for long term capital gain, and this will be treated with the 20% with indexation, and investment in international equity is also treatment like a debt fund taxation. Equity fund, any investment less than selling in less than 1 year, that will be short term, and applicability of the tax will be 15%. Long term, we have already seen selling after 1 year, then it is at 10%, but 10% is only applicable after it gain exceeding 1 lakh. So if gain is more than 1 lakh, then only tax is applicable. Now here is the one short comparison between the debt and equity taxation. So in case of short term capital gain, the selling, if you are selling in less than 3 years, then it will be a debt fund. If you are selling in less than 1 year, then it is equity under the short term capital gain. For long term capital gain, it will be applicable in case of debt fund. If you are selling after 3 years, then in case of debt fund, it is called long term capital gain. If you are selling more than 1 year, in case of equity, it is long term capital gain. Now tax in a short term capital gain as per the prevailing tax slab for debt fund, and for equity fund it is 15%. Now tax for long term capital gain, in case of debt fund it is 20% indexation, in case of equity it is it's a 10%, provided gain in the financial year is more than 1 lakh. Example, all debt fund or debt mutual fund like gilt fund, ultra short duration fund, and then all kind of bonds, this will comes in the, and any international exposure, all equity buy in Indian stock exchange or fund house. Now here we are going to learn one debt fund example, long term versus short term. Now suppose Mr. X has invested on 1/1/2020 and withdrawn 1/3/2022. 1 lakh rupees invested, 1,20,000 is withdrawn as a gain total. Now see, debt fund, that means ki any kind of ultra short duration, gilt fund or any investment in international market. So we have to calculate the gain. Now net gain will be the 1,20,000 is the total return, and actual invested is 1 lakh. So total net gain is 1,20,000 minus 1 lakh, that is 20,000. And short term capital gain will be, since it is less than 3-year holding for debt fund, so short term capital gain tax will be applicable. And in this case, suppose at 30% slab we are taking, so whatever be the gains, in this case 20,000 into 30%, that means 6,000 rupees will be the total tax. Now in case of long term capital gain, that means here investment is done in 17 and 2021 the withdrawal happened. Now what will happen, the holding period is here more than 3 years, so long term capital gain tax will be, this is a long term, this is not short term, this is long term, so long term capital gain will be applicable. So how long term will be calculated? See, the important point here is we have to go through the indexation. So here in 17-18 you see the consumer indexation, consumer price index, you can see here consumer price index is 272. This is data released by Government of India. And in 2021 301, because it is sold in financial year 2021 and this is the investment year. So how to calculate that one? So what we will have to do, we will have to simply calculate the gain first. 301 divided by 272, you do it into tax and indexation based adjustment into 1 lakh. When you do this one, this divided by 272 into 1 lakh, this amount investment amount. So this is cost with indexation that you will get. And how much you actually got? 1,20,000. The difference between 1,20,000 minus 1,10,662, this is your net gain. And long term capital gain tax in case of debt fund will be 20% of this. So 9338 into 20%, that is 1868. Now same way in case of equity fund, investment 1st January, withdrawal 1st December, less than 1 year. So short term capital gain, so 1 lakh invested, 1,20,000 he got it. So net gain is 20,000. And suppose this as applicable 15% taxation, so 15%, so 3,000 rupees tax he has to pay, not 20,000, 3,000 tax. Now in case of long term, 1/4/2017 invested 1 lakh and 1/5/2018 he got 2,20,000. So here net gain is 1,20,000. And what will be happen with the long term tax gain, long term capital gain? Here you see 1,20,000, but as you already know, up to 1 lakh in case of long term no tax. So net amount is 20,000. So in that 20,000, 10% taxation, that is 2,000 rupees. So what we have done, first you have to calculate the total gain, and from that total gain, in case of long term 1 lakh you have to subtract, and from that remaining you apply 10%. So friends, thank you very much. This is all about the taxation, and if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Till then, it's goodbye, take care.